Impact segment tonight, an outrageous situation concerning criminal aliens who are convicted of violent crimes here in the USA. Thousands of them were released by the feds last year and are running around the country right now. The Center for Immigration Studies reports that 193 convicted killers were let go, 426 convicted sex offenders, 303 kidnappers, and more than 1,000 criminals convicted of aggravated assault. Why is this happening? We asked Lou Dobbs to look into it, and here he is. So why is this happening?
It's happening because the Department of Homeland Security and our president decided it would happen. It is that simple. It is a policy of Immigration Customs Enforcement, a part of Homeland Security, to release these people. They're making it's a demonstration.
After they serve their time in prison, right?
No.
They don't even have to serve their time.
No, they don't. They don't even have to go to prison. In fact, these folks are being released so that the Department of Homeland Security can demonstrate to all of us, the great unwashed, that they don't really need those 32,000 detainee beds that they have, and that if you are an illegal immigrant, you don't even have to be an illegal immigrant in this case, because we don't know how many of these were illegal immigrants.
But it really doesn't matter, does it? If you commit a violent crime or a felony in the USA, you're out of here. You're out of here. You're gone. It should be the next day, unless it's murder or something like that. Look, they released a bunch of murderers, and I can't believe that they didn't serve any time. They must have served some time. Well, they get out, that's when the problem starts, because their home country doesn't want them back.
Well, there are a couple of questions here that the Department of Homeland Security won't answer, and we're asking. I talked with a woman, Jessica Vaughn, of the Centers for Immigration Studies, who authored the report. They can't even find out where these people were released, under what circumstances, what parts of the country, and whether or not they can really follow up and recapture them. There are only 20,000 ICE agents in the country. They're starting out with 36,000 people they would have to recapture.
It's almost beyond belief, but there was a Supreme Court ruling back in 2001 that said that the Homeland Security, the U.S. government, cannot detain an immigrant, illegal or otherwise, indefinitely.
Right.
So what happens is they get convicted of a terrible crime here, all right, whether they have a green card legally or they're illegal.
Right.
They serve some time, because there's packs of illegal aliens and in the nation's prisons. Then they get out. Their time is up. And Algeria says, you know what, we're not taking them back. Don't put them on a plane back here. Or China, or any country.
Right.
So then they're nationless. They don't have anywhere to go. And the U.S. government can't keep them in a pen, so they're walking around doing what they want.
But interestingly, Bill, these murderers, these people convicted of homicide, just take that group of people.
Yeah.
What difference does that make? They should not be unleashed on society. It is the choice of this president.
But what would you do? Because this is the question. Of course, in theory, you don't let these people out. But if their country's not going to take them back, and you don't want them here, you drop them in the ocean? What do you do with them?
I would strongly recommend that if you are dealing with convicted murderers, now this is just me guessing wildly, I'm hardly an expert, but I don't think I would turn convicted killers loose on American society.
Where would you put them, though?
I think they would be left in the prison in which they find themselves.
Okay, but then you're violating the Supreme Court decision that you can't detain them indefinitely.
Not necessarily. Because that doesn't pertain first to homicide. Secondly, it's for an indefinite period of time.
But the judge gives them 12 to life, and then they get out in 15, and they're walking around. But this is a scandal, another scandal, and I think that...
and by the way, it's a repetition of a scandal, a year that preceded it by a year, in which the Department of Homeland Security just simply decided Immigration and Customs Enforcement released 2,000 offenders into society, and had plans to release thousands more. The House Judiciary Committee caught them in midstream of that catch and release.
It's bad. There's no doubt about it.
It's madness.
All right, Lou, thank you. And we might mention that Lou Dobbs has a new book out. It is called Border War, a novel. Nice gift for Father's Day.